A lot of women, they are just like a hamster in a cage. Busy, 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 busy. The kids, the husband, the work, da-da-da. Busy, busy. But they're going nowhere for their own life,
Right.
to build their future, to build their dream, to create the life of their dream. I look at my grandmother, and it was a big, big lesson for my life. Very young, I said, oh, no, I don't want this kind of life in my life. And I was young. I just look at this situation, I say, oh, no, I don't want to repeat the same kind of life, just surviving. Surviving with a husband that he was alcoholic, not working, trying to educate her kids. And she died at 62.
Sick. Very
Sick,
suffering.
not in health, really like she didn't take care of herself. She was taking care of everybody, but not of herself. And I said,
It's a mindset.
It's written, you have to love your neighbor like yourself. Then I said, if I want to love my family, love my husband, love the people around me, I have to love myself first. I have to invest in myself first.
You got to get out of survival mode. And your grandma, she was very talented. When
She
he
has
was
a lot of
when he was
potential.
drinking for 6 months in a row and hiding in his room as a loser, that's not what I call a man. She had to lead the whole family in survival mode, and she had the gifting though to take care of business. But when he would come back on the scene, then she would back off again.
This is the mindset. This is the problem with this mindset.
Correct.
And I don't agree with that.
No.
She was taking the leadership when he was not functional.
Yeah.
And when he was going back on track, she was backing off. Why you didn't keep the same potential,
Right.
the same drive, the same
Bring it
zeal,
back.
the same passion, the same push, you just survive.
Yeah, she could have brought it higher.
Why you stop? Why you didn't just continue to push and work in team or partnership? I don't know, but do something with your life.
That's right.
This is a mindset.
She became a real woman for a time, but she used it for survival mode. She could have been a real woman all the time, not just a time, and say, okay, I'm going to develop my skill sets. I got the talent, I got the gifting. I can bring this family to another level and protect my kids. So he's there or he's not there. I take control of my life. I'm not a victim of whatever he's doing.
It's funny because when I grew up in an environment that was really stereotyped by the gender. Like men is this, woman is that. And in me, I didn't believe that. It was like, what are you talking about? I don't see the difference between the two.
No.
I mean, the gender, but inside.
I'm married to a woman, yeah.
My potential, my capacity, my dream, my vision, my life, my leadership, all of that. And I just felt like I don't belong there. I don't believe the same thing. And I just realized very young, I built my first business at 14, 15 years old, I was giving piano lesson every weekend and
making a
my
lot of money with
school
it.
music just increased, people sharing my school, and I was making a lot of money at this age, and it helped me to pay my
Your
education.
expenses, all your expenses,
stuff.
whatever you needed while you were going in school.
Exactly, it was normal for me, and just working, making my money, not waiting after my dad, my mom,
Mindset.
people to pay for me. Just, hey, I want to make my money and I want to spend or invest my money the way I want, not depending and waiting after people. I don't like to wait.
You were a self-made woman because from the very beginning when you were young, I remember so many stories that you confronted the adults and said, no, this is what it's going to be. And you went in meetings and you convinced them because you were a self-made woman. And for you, your mindset, because we're talking number one today, is the mindset. You were not on survival mode. You were on creator mode. This is what I want.
Exactly. If I want to pay or buy this thing, what I'm going to do to provide for that.
That's right.
And very young, I have this kind of mindset. But when I said, I was young, and I said, okay, now it's time to just choose what I'm going to study. And I said, I want to go in psychology, social worker. And my family say, why do you want to study in that? Why do you want to do that? You do something that when you're going to have kids, then you can just stay home and take care of your kids. And I said, oh my, I'm going to be very miserable. It's just like I didn't fit in this box. And I think every woman has to take the choice for himself. Do I want that for me, or do I want to do that for pleasing my family, pleasing culture, or the way people think around me? And this is why the mindset, I said, no, I'm going to go, I study, I have but I was very happy. I became the youngest professional for Alzheimer's Society to help family, consultant helping the family, support group, teaching them how to take care of a member who has the sickness, Alzheimer. And after that, I became the youngest in Canada to train professional how to take care of that, and training professional, different places, hospital and all of that, to how really take care of these people. After that, I became the first in Canada to build a resource for women abuse, but deaf women abuse, because I went back to school, learned the sign language, and I was really concerned that this woman didn't have the service adapted to them.
Support,
And I built a unique resource in the world, the first one in 1995, that took place, that I built it, and all my staff was deaf women, taking care of the community and training 22 houses how to adapt their service to our service. And I was like, push, sleeping in my office, really like this kind of vision, passion. And this is why for me, it didn't make sense like I heard, because of the cultural mindset, generational mindset, religious mindset. Woman doesn't have a vision necessarily, has to push to support the vision of her husband and whatever. I said, wow, I have a lot of vision. I have a problem here, because what I'm going to do. And I find the perfect partner for me, that you never stop me, but always support me, always be there for me, always want to see me succeeded. But my mindset, find the right man for me. But it's time for women to stop to have the same kind of mindset of where they come from, the culture, the generation, but be sure they gonna have the mindset to fulfill their life.
Well, see, where I come from, I played rock and roll bands. I had the hair middle and back from one city to the other 7 days a week. And for me, women and men, I was working with all kinds of, women and men, because for me, what happened is my mindset, because we're talking number one of mindset, was, can you do the job?
You never make a distinction with the gender.
If it's a guy and he can't do the job, he's out, right? So, and when I would have girlfriends at the time, it's funny because I always wanted a team worker with me to connect with my passion, to connect with that. The type of girl that I could sit down, I speak vision, speak business, making money, how to do plans and strategy and concept. And I was attracted to that, a self-made woman, a woman that I can let go for 6 months and I come back and everything is even increased, right? That's the type of woman I wanted. Now, maybe not all men, but for me, there's a lot of women out there that look at you and they're inspired, because when I met you, that's what you were. And that's where 24 years later, I'm still with you, because that rock and roller who loved to be side by side with his woman, but not a loser. I mean, a woman that drives, that has passion, that has vision. And we connect our two worlds together, and that's why we're doing what we do today. And it's amazing because I'm fulfilling myself, but you as a woman has that kingdom to operate and to be you. That kind of mindset, right? We're right up there, and we want to get better at this.
And at this time, I realized, okay, I'm fulfilling myself in my profession, why I created to be, but I felt like other area in my life, I was perishing. I didn't have what I wanted. My body, I was 80 pounds more than now, and always on diet, restriction, tormented with food. I was not successful in this area. I met you at the gym. I was trying to lose weight at this time, but I met you there. I was fighting all the time in this area. I have other area. It was tough for me, like a businesswoman, to find a man that was okay with that, because I didn't want to be with a man that it tried to just put me in a box and, because I love to work. I fulfill myself. It's like a game for me. It's like fun. I was with Guy before you, and I was just talking about my day, what I was doing, and they were like, can we talk about other stuff? No, I love to talk about my work. I love to talk about what I'm doing. Then, this is why, don't ask me to talk about stuff that it's not really important for me, about cooking. I love more to cook today because I love to be healthy, but it wasn't really not my passion.
You see how you turned something, so you were looking at that. I don't want to be a woman. I didn't want a woman that's going to be in the kitchen. I didn't want to marry that. No, it's what that was, I was allergic to that. But you see, you turned this into a blessing. So you're cooking food that's good. You're doing these desserts with protein in it and taking care of our health. So you see how a thing that you were looking at that thing, food, kitchen, the mindset, but now you bring it into your world to serve you.
Because I became a woman of result-oriented. And this is why when we want to be the best version of ourselves and become the woman we're called to be, it's not always, I can say, because we love to do something. It's because we are result-oriented. This is what I want. Like to do my workout every day. I don't feel that I want to do it every day, but I'm result-oriented. This is what I want. This is the result I want. It's the same thing with cooking. It's not because I love so much, but I'm result-oriented. I do that because I love to take care of myself and my family and eat well. Then now I enjoy more, but because I love the result.